me, today she doesn't like me. I don't want to get involved with politics, so I want to buy from someone who's third party, independent, who is away from the situation. So you should always buy insurance from someone who's not related to you. Now, how do you handle the other side of the objection? Tell me something. You're my cousin. Yeah? You and I are cousins right now. If something happens to you, who finds out first? Me or your insurance agent? Me. Who the hell will take care of everything? Me or the insurance agent? Your insurance agent is sitting in Singapore. You're right, it is easy to claim, but that is because you are smart enough to claim. How do you know your beneficiaries can claim? Today your parents are there. Does she have children?
Daughter.
Sorry?
She has a daughter.
She has a daughter. How old is the daughter?
About 5 or 6.
5 or 6. Can your daughter claim the money? What if something happens to your parents along with you? Then what happens? And your daughter is alone?
I actually gave her the scenario whereby her parents, her sister, and even her in-laws passed away at the same time. She said, impossible, there's no such thing.
Agreed. They will not all pass away at the same time, but I will be the only one who will find out first. If you don't buy from your own brother, I'll give you an example. I told this to my sister. My sister's husband told me the same thing. I said, tell me something. If something happens to you, who do you think they will come for service? Who's the insurance agent in the house? Me. They will all come to me. They will not call a third party because they don't know that person. You're right, it is easy to claim, but they will call me and I will have to do all the work. Why should I do this work free of charge? Am I the beneficiary? Make me beneficiary of the policy, I will work. You should always buy insurance from someone you are worried about. Someone who cares about you. Third party doesn't care. What does the third party say? You have to remember, you have to learn both sides of the conversation. If you meet someone who says, I want to buy insurance for my brother, how do you handle that? Same thing, you tell the person, your brother is too emotionally involved. He cannot think logically. At that time, I will handle things logically. But my family doesn't know you, so why have you not introduced me to them? I should be prospecting them also. They should all be insured with me. Learn both sides of the conversation. But listen, remember one thing. Your cousin needs you more than a third party. I have always told this to my family guys. I would rather work with only family members than work with anybody I don't know. Because I know that what is your problems in life. Today, suppose I see that you're facing some trouble and you can't afford to pay the premium. As a cousin, I will find ways that you don't have to worry. The other insurance agent will just keep sending you reminders. Whereas your premium you haven't paid, your renewal is due, your renewal is due, your renewal is due. At least I will understand, I know what to do. I can take some support from the company. Maybe I can do it myself. I'm your sister at the end of the day. I'm there to protect you. That's my job. So please love your family. If there's one thing I can tell you to do, make sure all your cousins are insured with you. And if you meet other people whose cousins are getting insured by their cousins, take them away. Learn both sides of the story. That's the beautiful thing about insurance. You can win both ways. Don't lose that opportunity. Tell her what you mean. And sometimes if you have to put your foot down, get the elders involved. I've done that once. I got the uncle involved. I said, look at this idiot. He's not thinking. You're a very sensible man, right? Please explain to this idiot. Get the father-in-law involved. It doesn't matter. Get the elders involved sometimes if the youngsters are acting stupid. You will find some people who are stupid. Don't worry about it.
My uncle actually doesn't believe as well.
He doesn't believe in insurance, right? But he believes you should buy from your family. Use the conversation to your advantage. Always remember one thing. When your uncle says, I don't believe in insurance, my question to them, we're not talking about insurance is good or insurance is bad. We're asking, should you buy from family or not buy from family? What is your answer to that question?
Family.
The question is not whether you should buy insurance or not buy insurance. That is not the question. The question is, should I buy from family or should I not buy from family? Uncle, what is your reply to that question? Can you please tell this idiot it's better to buy from family?
If let's say he says buy from non-family members.
Please tell me why.
Don't want to have any emotional attachment just in case.
So when you die, I don't come to your funeral. Fine. No emotional attachment. You die.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Excuse me. Sanjay,
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
have a question.
Who's that? Sorry.
Here.
Oh, there.
Okay.
Okay, that will be our last question, yeah, for the day. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Okay, let's say a scenario. This person is age 55, no parents, not married, no kids.
Yeah.
So, why should that person buy life insurance?
He shouldn't buy life insurance.
And this person is.
The answer is he shouldn't buy life insurance. He should buy critical illness and a very, very good retirement plan.
Okay, what if this person is a very high profile person that has a lot of money, and he has a lot of money, meaning that he can sustain up to age of 80?
80 is nothing. You will live longer. That is one. Second thing is, if he's a very high profile guy, I'll tell you what I tell people who are very high profile, unmarried, have no children, have nobody who cares about them in the world. Please create something what we call a charitable trust. You have heard of a gentleman called Alfred Nobel? You have all heard Nobel Peace Prize? Who was Nobel? There was a guy called Alfred Nobel. He created a trust which was to support students doing research in science. That's how it started. So it started as the Nobel Prize for Chemistry, Nobel Prize for Physics, Nobel Prize for... So they have today got many Nobel Prizes. Alfred Nobel has become a legend in the world of excellence. Mr. Client, you have done nothing in your life. You have not married, you have no children, you have no legacy. Why don't we at least create some legacy that you're not forgotten?
Thank you very much. That will be the last question of the day. Hope you enjoyed today's